Hi, I'm Kurt Kelly for Live Video Inc. and Actors Reporter with coverage from NAB 2012. In this episode, Jennifer Bogray is coming up talking about the 168 film project and more. Dennis Wharton, who is one of the heads of NAB, and find out the behind the scenes with the National Association of Broadcasters. A moment at South Point with Tom Mickovits and finding out what really goes on behind the scenes at one of Las Vegas's most popular casinos. This and much more from NAB 2012. I'm Kurt Kelly for Actors Reporter and Live Video Inc. Stick around.
Coming up on the Actors Reporter with Kurt Kelly, it's the South Point. It's my favorite place in Las Vegas, probably because I work here, but we're going to take you inside. We're going to show you all kinds of stuff all over the building. 4.2 million square feet of fun right here at the South Point.
Welcome to NAB 2012, live from Las Vegas. From Las Vegas, it's NAB 2012.
Ready? I'm Linda Kruse, one of the speakers at the Harmonic booth. No, I'm not one, I'm the only one. Hi, I'm Linda Kruse, the speaker in the Harmonic booth at the National Association of Broadcasters. That would be a show.
I'm Kurt Kelly for Actors Reporter and Live Video Inc. Dennis is the Executive Vice President of Communication for the National Association of Broadcasters in Washington, D.C., in addition to his Marketing Committee Chairperson duties. As the Executive Vice President of Communication, Dennis oversees NAB's media relations, research, information, and public service initiatives, as well as being the association's chief spokesperson. Kurt Kelly from Live Video Inc. and Actors Reporter, and we're at the NAB 2012, and we're with Dennis Wharton, who is the Executive Vice President for NAB?
Correct, Vice President of Communications.
And from Ohio, I might add, being from Michigan.
Originally, but DC now for the last 30 years or so I guess I've got Potomac fever now. We started in 1923, actually, and focusing on copyright issues, and ironically we're still fighting copyright issues in Washington, but obviously the first NAB show was a little smaller than this in New York in 1923, but we've been coming to Vegas now every year since 1991 because people just love coming to Las Vegas after a cold winter and back east, and people from all over the globe come here. We've got more than 90,000 people, 156 countries represented. About a third of the attendees are from outside the United States, so that talks and speaks to the sort of the global brand of the NAB show. We had Betty White for breakfast this morning. We had James Cameron for the director of Titanic and Avatar, talking about 3D. So
Gary Marshall's coming up tomorrow, I believe.
Gary Marshall was yesterday, got inducted into our Hall of Fame. He's the producer of Laverne and Shirley and Happy Days and Pretty Woman. So Bob Uecker, the baseball announcer, is getting inducted into the Radio Hall of Fame at our radio luncheon this afternoon, and Donny Osmond's going to be lunch. So
this is just a lineup of one celebrity after another. How are you going to be impacting or impacted by internet? Well, sorry I asked that question.
Yeah, we look at it as an opportunity to expand our revenue base, to network with potential new business partners, and the NAB show floor, if you walk on it, you just see football field after football field of technology companies from Sony and Microsoft to mom and pop startups. We'll have almost 200 new exhibitors this year. So every year we lose a few exhibitors, but we gain a couple hundred more. So it's an organic show. It sort of evolves every year with new companies who have new ideas, and some of them become the next Microsoft down the road. But so that's what's really cool about the show. Is it's constantly evolving and constantly changing. But the business opportunities are great right now with the internet and social media, but broadcasting can be a part of that. The theme of the show is the great content shift. So we do want to get broadcasting on as many platforms as we possibly can. That's smartphones, that's tablets, that's in the back seats of cars, Androids for sure. So, you know, this is not your father's broadcasting business.
Not anymore.
You know, we have to be on mobile devices and sort of meeting the on-the-go demands of people who want to get their content on all of these new mobile devices, and we're doing that. There was a pretty scary situation in Congress last month or 2 months ago where there were some bills that were designed to stop copyright theft that all of a sudden it became you're trying to kill the internet. And you know, maybe we can work with our friends in the internet community to try to come up with a reasonable solution to that, because I don't think they want people to be able to just sort of brazenly steal other people's product. But so there's a happy medium there, but it is a real problem. With, copyright is such a valuable industry in the United States, and it creates so many jobs that we do risk losing those jobs if we're not careful and don't protect copyright.
Where do you see the exciting new opportunities of the future as you gaze into the NAB crystal ball?
You walk this floor and talk to people who have great ideas, and you know, to try to predict where this industry is headed in 10 years or even 5 years, it's really a tough call. But the message is, if you've got great, compelling content, you're going to have a good business at some point. I also tell people that if you've got teenage sons and daughters, encourage them to become a copyright lawyer. Right. Because as we were talking about sort of protecting intellectual property.
As NAB is evolving into the future, do you see it becoming more of a global entity? You say 1/3 is already international.
Yeah, I mean, this truly is the #1 global media technology show already, and we're always trying to improve it.
Right.
There's going to be $30 billion, that's billion, in sales generated from this show.
Just from this show alone?
Just from this show alone. So it's to the Las Vegas economy. It's $120 million to the Las Vegas economy, and that doesn't include gambling either. So
that doesn't include my cut either.
Oh, I've heard you make a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, so. I wish. So if it's $30 billion at this show, what is the industry as a whole with broadcasting and entertainment, in your opinion?
Well, the TV business in the U.S. is about an $80 billion a year business. The radio business is about a $20 billion a year business, give or take $1 billion or $2 billion. But the great thing about the broadcast business is we've cycled out of the worst advertising recession in the last 50 years, and now the economy has bounced back. Car advertising is booming. Political advertising is helping broadcasters. So life's good to be a broadcaster.
On the way, Jennifer Bogray from 168 Film Project talking about the film project and projects of her own. Coming up in this edition of NAB 2012, live from Las Vegas. I'm Kurt Kelly for Actors Reporter and Live Video Inc. Stick around, we'll be right back.
This is Keith LeSac at Harmonic, and you're watching Kurt Kelly on Actors Reporter.
This is Nick Saber from the Pulse Network at thepulsenetwork.com. You're watching Kurt Kelly from the Actors Reporter.
Welcome back to NAB 2012 from Las Vegas. I'm Kurt Kelly for Live Video Inc. and Actors Reporter. And now, let's meet Jennifer Bogray, who works with the 168 Film Project, to talk about that and more. I'm Kurt Kelly from Actors Reporter and Live Video Inc. We are at NAB 2012 with the charming and delightful Jennifer Bogray.
Hello, how are you this morning?
Fabulous. You know, if I needed a cooler drink this morning, I know whose hands I'm going to. So, where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Kent, Ohio, which is where Kent State University is, near Akron, Canton.
So, you worked with Fox?
Yes.
And what did you do there?
In Springfield, Missouri. I started out as a weather anchor and then was a field reporter. But then I realized I was making so wonderfully little money per hour at a small market that I said, oh, I need to be a producer, or one of those, you know, bigger people, and to make a little bit bigger decisions on off camera. I just won, you know, several student awards when I was in grad school for on-camera reporting, and really created some of my own television shows and web shows when the web was beginning to rise up as a new form of media. And now I have some new web series coming up that we're trying to work with marketing for both film and television, more in the reality world.
Where is your career headed, and how has this NAB impacted it in any way?
Well, the greatest thing for me is that my career as a journalist is mainly to work with younger generations who want truth, who want real people, but also want intelligence with compassion. And so I like to interview people on the street as a woman on the street,
yes,
and get their raw, real answers of what they want out of our culture, what they want out of music, film, politics. So it's a lot of fun. I would consider myself a young Oprah.
What is the type of vision you see as you finish the next phase of your evolution? Where is this show creation headed?
Well, I would say the show creation is to combine all platforms of media now with web and television and everything that's going with cable. They're all merging together with Netflix, Hulu, all of those big dogs, really. And I say people want to be connected on their cell phone wherever they are, but also they still love television. They like to sit at home and watch the television. So what I want to do is create shows that help people to ask questions about their culture, not just accept what's fed to them, but ask questions and at the same time,
mind control.
at the same time, give them an opportunity to give their opinion. I believe that we are becoming, as we say, you know, one world. Our global economy, but also global networks, everything's coming together. So it needs to be a big picture.
As a former news anchor for Fox, and a person who's done everything from on-camera to production, Jennifer Bogray also works with the 168 Film Project, where producers have 1 week to produce and edit a film that's 11 minutes long as a short based on a theme from a Bible verse. Who's the marketing and communications director for EVS, talking about their new technology, how you can be your own producer and director of what you see on television.
This is Guido Voltolina at the Dolby booth, introducing Dolby 3D with Dolby and Philips joint project, and you're watching Actors Reporter.
It's on the way from NAB 2012 in Las Vegas. I'm Kurt Kelly for Actors Reporter and Live Video Inc.
Hi, my name is Johann Schreurs. You're watching Actors Reporters, and next after that you will be listening to Kurt Kelly.
I'm Kurt Kelly with an exclusive interview with Nicolas Bourdon, who is from EVS, and he has new technology. I'm Kurt Kelly from Actors Reporter and Live Video Inc. We have the pleasure to be at NAB 2012, and we're at EVS, who has amazing new technologies with Nicolas Bourdon.
Yes, Nicolas Bourdon. I'm Director of Marketing and Communication at EVS.
You guys have this new technology called scence, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. So scence is an evolution of EVS technology. So EVS has its roots in live sports and live replays. So we are the leader in live sports replays and slow motions. And we have launched this scence solutions a few months ago. So we have the first release of this product, which basically allows to provide multi-camera angles, multi-camera angle clips, immediately delivered from the venues, from the field to the final viewers, which is a fantastic opportunity to bring extended packages for the viewers coming from the broadcasters. So EVS is actually providing all the equipment, so all what's related to server recording and slow motion, all the OB vans, but also in major studios like NBC, Turner, Fox, ESPN, so all the big players. But EVS equipments are effectively, I would say, the backbone of these live productions worldwide. So we hold about 95% of the market share on this market.
Sports 360.
Yeah, Sports 360 is a concept that EVS has launched a few months ago. So basically it's an extension of what EVS was providing before. So EVS is providing the live recording server. So we basically record all the camera angles in venues or from the field in every kind of match and sport events, but also any kind of a live event. Basically an extension to the main screen provided to the viewers. So the viewers, they watch television, they watch the main program, and in less than 2 minutes they receive thumbnails angles clips through allowing them to review different angles that were not provided by the main broadcaster. So that's effectively a fantastic way to I would say, to engage the active viewers watching television or watching sports on television.
Coming up in a moment, a special segment from South Point, so we can see the behind the scenes of what goes on at South Point Casino and Spa with Tom Mickovits on NAB 2012 live from Vegas. I'm Kurt Kelly with Actors Reporter and Live Video Inc. Back in a moment.
I'm Suzana Brady with International Datacasting, and now I'm here with Kurt Kelly, Actors Reporter.
Welcome back to NAB 2012 from Las Vegas. I'm Kurt Kelly for Actors Reporter and Live Video Inc. And now we shine our spotlight on the behind the scenes of what happens at one of the popular local hotels.
What are the various different rooms up and down the corridors?
Different treatment rooms.
Okay.
Most of them are the same, but there are a couple with Vichy showers in them.
Well, what's a Vichy shower?
It's this big arm with all these faucet heads coming out of it.
Right.
And they're shower heads, and you're getting a massage while you're getting a shower, basically.
I'm liking this.
Yeah, very nice.
I feel like I'm out in the middle of nature here. Look at the photos even. The smell is so clean.
It is, yes.
I like the feeling and the music. And I can relax now after a long week. Let's go see what the co-ed wet area looks like. Oh my. Oh yeah. I'm moving in. Steam room, sauna. Oh, very nice. Very clean, very nice, and very warm. And what is it? Any idea the temperature of the whirlpool?
It's about 102.
Nice. Not so hot you're going to be baking, but enough it'll get the muscles to loosen up. So is this designed for groups, couples?
This is for couples. This room, we have rooms individually for men and for women, but this one, if you get a couples treatment, you also get access to this room, so you can hang out with your significant other, relax before your treatment together. So some people like to get away from the significant other.
When you say couples, are we talking two? Because it looks like it would accommodate 6 to 8.
Well, it's not just for 2 people. This is for you know, if say there are 4 people, 4 couples doing it, they'll be in here, but they'll never be more than 4 couples. Do you want to see the treatment room?
Would love to see a treatment room. I would love a treatment. Yes, I would love to see a treatment room. Oh my! Come and look at this. So there's the tub for, this would be a couple's room?
Yes.
So there's the hot tub for 2.
Time afterwards, yeah.
Right.
After your massage, you go hang out and relax.
So if someone's getting like a 90-minute couple's massage, would they get the room for then like 2 hours or 3 hours? How long are the incrementals of the couple's rooms?
Well, we have treatments that last from 50 minutes to 2 hours.
Right.
We have a treatment which is called a honeydew treatment,
Right.
which allows them 30 minutes alone in the jacuzzi tub. And
So the honeydew treatment has nothing to do with the list of things I didn't get done this week?
No.
Okay. Just checking, I wanted to make sure.
But yeah, it's 30 minutes alone in our jacuzzi tub, and then they go into a 50 or 80-minute massage. So they get some alone time, and then they get their massage as well. So it's a good treat for couples.
So if they wanted to also sit in here and have a beverage in their quiet time, that's all part of the service provided here?
They can do that in their couples treatments if they're wanting to, yeah.
I love your rooms.
Yeah.
I'm coming back.
You should.
Very nice, yeah.
Yeah, come and see us.
This is reminiscent of some places I like to frequent in the LA area, so I think I'll be back to play. Nah, relax. I'm too tired to even play for the rest of the week. So you have the couples room, and then you also have individual rooms?
We do.
Do you have, I know some places have, I don't know if you have this here, do you have like a jade room, I've heard of places, or salt rooms, things like that?
We don't have any salt rooms. We do have a Vichy room, which is a shower room. It's where they do body treatments and whatnot, and it's actually located right next door.
Treatment room 23? How many treatment rooms do you have? So you can accommodate crowds.
We could.
Relaxed crowds.
Yeah, come on.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
What I was referring to.
This is like something out of a movie. I've never seen one of these anywhere I've ever been. Is this a newer concept or is it something?
No, a lot of spas have it.
Not any of the ones I've been going to. I could go to some nice ones actually.
Yeah, this is what the therapist will do is the guests will lay on the table. They do a body exfoliation, which is either a sugar scrub or a salt scrub. After they do the scrub, this 9-head shower that comes above the table, they'll rinse them off with that.
So if someone was doing a convention in LA, say like a health retreat, they could privatize this during the convention for their people or something? Is that accessible to do?
You know, we've never done that before, but hey,
You're just trying to think
open
big
everything.
for it.
No, I like
Okay.
it. I like
Okay.
it.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Jennifer with Film Tools, and you're watching Actors Reporter Live Video Inc. with your host, Kurt Kelly.
Coming up on a future episode of NAB 2012, there's a special interview with the Pulse Network, and you'll find out who the surprise guest is, along with a look at Sony Electronics, one of the biggest displays at the NAB this year. We have continuing coverage of NAB 2012 coming up soon. I'm Kurt Kelly from Live Video Inc. and Actors Reporter. Thanks for joining us.
We're here with Kurt Kelly from Actors Reporter Video Inc. Actors Reporter Video Inc. Hi, I'm Irene Conrad from Bright Shot. We're at booth C8228 at NAB 2012. Come and visit us. We're here with Actors Reporter and Kurt Kelly, and thank you for this interview.
LiveVideoWeek.com.
Now it's time for the NAB 2012 special bonus moments from Las Vegas.
Do you consider yourself one of the Bond girls?
Well, I mean, I'm not a Bond girl technically because I didn't act in any of the Bond movies, and I think to be a Bond girl, you have to be one of James Bond's mistresses in the movies.
I see.
But I guess I'm a Bond person in the sense that I sang a theme song, so I'm part of the Bond club.
The Bond Club, I like that.
Maybe I'm not a Bond girl, I'm a Bond chick. I don't know. I'm in there somewhere.
A Bond magnet, no. So, Kenny Rogers, what was he like to work with?
Kenny was great. I can't say as Kenny and I spent huge amounts of time together. It was one of those things where we went into the studio and recorded the song, and it came together very quickly. It was one of those things that just worked. So it was a very pleasant, creative, like spark, and that was great. And then we went out and we performed it live a few times. But yeah, he was, when I came to work with Kenny, he was one of the veterans, and I've always respected working with artists that I can sort of stand in the corner and watch them work and learn something. I think every artist really appreciates the people that came a little bit before us and taught us something.
So, taking a Bob Seger record and doing the duet was, whose idea was that?
Not my idea.
Not yours.
I came in at the end of it. I literally got a phone call going, hey, you want to come down to the studio tomorrow night and sing with Kenny? It's We Got Tonight, which is a song I loved.
Right.
And he was in the same record label as me, and in fact Jim Mazza now manages Kenny, has managed him for a long time. He was the one that put that together.
Nice.
So I think he has to be given the credit for that. I just showed up and sang. That's all I had to do.
What about Prince? How was that?
Prince, oh God, some of my favorite experiences in the studio because he is so creative and so giving to an artist and encouraging. And it was the same kind of thing. He actually saw me on The Tonight Show. He was in the studio. I was in the studio recording, like down the street from him. He was in the studio. While I was recording, I did The Tonight Show, and we had a sound engineer in common. And he shut down his session, went in and wrote Sugar Walls for me.
Wow.
Gave the giant reel-to-reel, which back then we worked with, now it's all on computer.
Right.
Said, take that down to her. If she wants it, she can do it, and we'll record the vocals.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Now, was this after your first appearance on The Tonight Show in '81, or the second time in '84?
I performed many times on there.
So you've also acted and produced.
I've acted in a bunch of stuff. I've enjoyed acting. That's something that I definitely would consider going back to doing once my kids are up and out of the house. But, you know, any kind of acting project, TV or otherwise, you have to kind of like devote your time to that, you know.
Yes.
Even if it's a one episode in a TV show, it can be a 6-week kind of situation. Maybe not for one episode, but at least a couple of weeks. So it got to the point when my kids were little that the acting took me away from them too much. So when I'm a bit freer, I can choose to do that.
The station's rally for relief events sent trailer truckloads of food, clothing, and emergency supplies to tornado victims in Missouri and Alabama. Q102's Little Red Dress Party brought women together on Valentine's Day to raise funds for the American Heart Association. And the station's Heart Mini Marathon Walk drew more than 18,000 runners. Congratulations and thank you, WKRQ, Cincinnati.
I lost track of the amount of text messages I keep getting during lunch, which is so rude to be sitting there. Not yet. Nothing yet. Nothing new. Before we came in here, I was speaking to someone from KRZG in Joplin, Missouri. You know, he looked at me and he said, you know, I love getting the nomination, but it is what we do. And when I take this home, as proud as everybody will be, that is the truth. With or without the nomination, I wouldn't change a thing. It's what we do. I'm thankful to work for a company that supports this, doesn't demand it, but challenges us to step up and make a difference. And at the end of the day, Joplin, Missouri, Cincinnati sent you a Mack truck full of supplies when you needed it. I expect you'll do the same for us if we do. Thank you, Jenny, Bruce, Drew, Greg, my local support, Mike Frederick and Jim Bryant, who challenged me in so many ways and to support me in all the important ones. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Next Crystal Radio Award goes to KNDEFM, College Station, Texas.
There's a lot of talk today about where people turn when they want music, but there's no doubt about where they turn when they need help. They turn to radio. And KNDE and College Station is a great example of one. Their Candy Cares for Kids Radiothon generated $135,000 for pediatric care at a local hospital. The Christmas Angels Project collected warm clothes and more than 2,000 new toys for 500 needy children. Working with the Junior League, KNDE accumulated more than 100,000 items of school supplies for children whose families couldn't afford them. And when an EF5 tornado devastated portions of Joplin, Missouri, KNDE staff led a 16-hour supply collection and then led the way in driving 3 trailer loads of aid to the tornado victims. Congratulations and thank you, KNDE, College Station, Texas.
KNDE stands for Candy 95, which Tim Downs, our general manager, chose that name when we put the station on the air about 10 years ago. We are at the home of Texas A&M University, and as such, we learned a long time ago that it's very important that it's in our DNA to serve our community and to provide public service and localism to that community. So this may not be important to you people here, over here, over here, over here, but I can assure you it's very important what this represents to the community of Bryan College Station, Texas, Texas A&M University. Ben Downs, our general manager, the 50 employees that work very hard at Bryan Broadcasting, and the entire community of College Station in Bryan, Texas. Thank you very much for this honor.